How many people were involved in this?
This is about 300.
300.
300.
And you were going to attack this garrison of Japanese
Yeah.
intelligence folks.
But
who fired the shot?
the first shot,
The pistol. Who fired
pistol.
it? Was it you?
No, it was one of the men who
Okay.
who was trusted.
I see.
Yeah.
So that was the signal to attack.
The signal to place himself in near the door of the
Of the garrison.
garrison, and then rush to the armory.
Okay. So there were roughly 300 people with machetes.
They recovered 37 rifles.
Ah, no,
That's the
rifles
problem.
but no ammunition.
Ammunition. They are short of ammunition too.
Yeah. Was there a battle about this armory, or was it relatively?
Relatively calm because
Calm.
there was no. Most of the men were willing to join us anyway.
Oh, okay. Then what was the next action you were engaged in?
My unit met the landing party of the intelligence Bureau of Intelligence from Australia, technician or code operators
Okay.
or
These were Australians?
no, Filipinos.
Filipinos, but there was an Australian in charge?
They came from Australia.
Oh, okay.
They used the USS Stingray.
So the submarine surfaced off the coast and then made communication, and then the material
Yes.
was sent in?
Yes.
Okay.
He came to our camp in Bintar. We are on top of a hill overlooking the airplanes and the port, the ships in that area. How many landed and or take off,
Right.
and
Were you were observing what was going on, and
Yeah.
you're reporting this
yeah
to who?
to another station. Informed another unit, and then bomb them.
So if you saw troops, let's say, coming ashore, you would report that, and it would be passed
No,
on.
that's of course, yes.
Were the Japanese ever able to intercept your communications?
No, they cannot. They interrupt. That's the problem. We don't have any radio contact other
So
than
most of your information was passed by word of mouth?
word of mouth. But you have to be very careful because
You had to know who you were talking to.
Yeah. We were able to liberate 4 provinces.
How long were you able to hold on to those provinces, or did you keep them permanently?
Until the end.
So I understand that that was very important strategically, that you were able to hold on to those provinces and delay the Japanese operation.
That is correct.
I'm sure that there was a problem with collaborators.
Much so, because as a matter of fact, we eliminated 37.
How did you eliminate them, if you care to tell us?
Grabbed them at night or at the middle of the night.
When the Japanese finally capitulated, what happened at that point? Where were you? How were you involved? How'd you get the word?
Well, the way they treated the hostages, they were about to, they wanted to rape my only sister. I told the Rivera or something like that, that's the name of the aide of Colonel Bookman. Give us 2 days we take charge of the prisoners, but they never did.
They didn't.
They didn't trust us.
The Japanese had surrendered, right?
Yes,
Where did you get word of that?
I was in Abra, and the news or the message was coming from up Westpac.
Okay. So you heard it on the radio?
Radio, not my radio, but
Other radio.
but operated by those lending
Was it Morse code or was it?
Morse code. Yeah,
Okay.
I know that.
Yeah. After the war had ended totally, I understand that you were given sort of a special permission to become a citizen. Was that the way it worked of the United States?
We were lined up. We were about 100, 120,
Were these all Philippine scouts?
all Philippine scouts. He asked, those who are interested to step forward, step one step forward. I did. I was the first.
Huh?
I was the first.
A lot of veterans have had what's today called post-traumatic stress disorder, which means that they have nightmares sometimes, they have flashbacks. Have you ever experienced any of that?
I experienced that because I know the feeling of a man who is about to be killed or to be beheaded. The Japanese NCO withdrew his saber. When I was walking, I was being separated by the in charge. That's why I know the feeling of a man. But I was saved by the Japanese officer.
How did that happen?
He saw the Japanese NCO with the drawn saber, and the Japanese officer stopped. It was a big sedan, and he said "kura kura." I don't know what they were saying. He was reprimanding him. If not, I was a gunner.
Yeah, so you know that feeling.
I know the feeling of a man who is about to die.
As a final question to you, I'd like you to think about people, let's say 100 years from now that are listening to this. What message would you like to send to them overall about your experiences and what they taught you, just in the broadest sense? What's important to communicate?
My advice to them is to learn a little bit of everything, and maybe someday they can use their experience as investiture. That's why I'm touching that. The people are just too much on electronics, and I learned and practice what we have learned. We apply what we have learned.
Look like you're going to last a long time to me. Well, thank you, Major Foz, and we'll end the interview at this point. Thank you.
Mahalo in Hawaii.
Yes, thank you.